playing, as I understand it, some audio and or video interviews, so we'll need a few moments to organize for that. But I believe, and let me make sure, there may be some testimony before we get to the videos this morning.
Yes, Judge. Probably in the neighborhood of, I would say, maybe 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes.
Very good.
And I believe we have the witness here.
All right.
Judge, the state calls Officer Stephen Schloop with the Vernon County Sheriff's Office.
Very good. All right. I'll swear you in if you don't mind. Do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Could you state your name for the record?
Steve Sloop.
And how do you spell your last name?
SCHLUP.
Thank you. And if you could make yourself comfortable there, we'll have some questions.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning, sir.
How are you?
I'm not doing well. Where do you work, sir?
Vernon County Sheriff's Office in Nevada, Georgia.
How long have you been employed by the Sheriff's Department?
Since 2003.
And what is your current assignment? What do you do for the Sheriff?
Currently, right now, I'm Deputy Sheriff.
All right. And do you have any specific job responsibilities currently?
Currently, at this time, I'm just mainly prisoner transport officer.
All right. I want to bring you back to November of 2009. What were your job responsibilities with the Sheriff's Department at that time?
I was a detective at that time.
I want to ask you a few general questions about the county in which you work, Vernon County. What part of the state is that in?
Southwest Missouri. We're 20 miles from the Kansas state line.
And do you pronounce it Missouri or Missouri?
Missouri. I say Missouri.
It's going to be easier for me this morning. Is one of your towns in your county, is there a town called Nevada?
Yes, that's our county seat, sir.
Have you ever been to Lake Ozark?
I have.
In what county is Lake Ozark? Do you know the county?
Yes.
Yes. Where in relation to Vernon County is Lake Ozark? Is it to the east, to the west, to the north?
East.
It's east of you.
Yes, sir.
And about how far is it?
It's normally about a 3-hour drive, so it's roughly around 150 miles.
I want to bring you back to November 9th of 2009. Did you become involved in an investigation of a home invasion that occurred
Yes,
in the
sir.
county? What was the name of the alleged victim of that home invasion? Do you recall?
Charles Scammell.
In your connection with your involvement in this investigation, did you prepare any reports?
Yes, sir.
Officer, I want to show you, we've pre-marked these S-160 all the way to S-168. You prepared a lot of reports, did you not?
Yes, sir.
All right. I just asked you to take a look at those. Do those appear to be the reports that you prepared?
Yes, sir.
Okay, officer, I'm going to leave those reports up there with you. And as I ask you questions, if at some point you need to refer to the reports to refresh your memory, just let us know that you're doing that, okay?
Yes, sir.
I want to turn your attention now to January 9th of 2010. Did you learn that 3 individuals were arrested in Lake Ozark, Missouri in connection with the kidnapping?
Yes, sir.
Do you know the name of the alleged victim of that kidnapping, do you recall?
Yes, sir.
What was the name?
Jeffrey Muller.
Now, that case, did that have any relevance, this kidnapping, this arrest of these 3 individuals in Lake Ozark, did that have any relevance to you with regard to your investigation into the home invasion that had occurred in November of 2009?
Yes, sir.
Why was it relevant to you? Do you recall?
During the investigation of the home invasion of Mr. Scammell's residence, at one point, when an interview was conducted with Mr. Scammell, he told Detective Randall and myself that one of the perpetrators had asked him about the location or whereabouts of a Jeffrey Muller.
And this person who was the alleged victim of the kidnapping in Lake Ozark was in fact named Jeff Muller.
Yes, sir.
How many people were involved with the home invasion of Charles Smith?
3 people, sir.
How many people were involved in the kidnapping of Jeff Muller?
3 people.
Did the description of those 3 people basically match?
Yes, sir.
Based on that information, what, if anything, did you do?
The drug task force officer, Shane Simmons, and myself at that time responded to Lake Ozark, Missouri, to talk with their law enforcement officials there in reference to their contact and how this situation arose at their location.
Okay. I want to turn your attention to January 14th of 2010. Did you have an opportunity to interview Douglas Stangeland?
Yes, sir.
And also, do you see Mr. Stangeland in the courtroom today?
Yes, I do.
Where is he?
He's here to my right.
For the record indicating Mr. Stangeland.
Where did that interview take place?
That interview took place at the Miller County Sheriff's Office.
Was that interview recorded?
Yes, sir.
Before asking Mr. Stangeland anything about either the home invasion or the kidnapping, did you first advise him of his Miranda warnings?
Yes, sir.
Show you what we marked as S-169. Do you recognize that document?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
This is the notification and waiver of rights on the Vernon County Sheriff's Office form, where the person that we read them the rights, they acknowledge that the rights have been read to them by initialing it, and they waive their rights to talk to us about what we want to talk about.
And you advised the jury exactly what you advised this defendant with regard to his rights.
I'm sorry, could you?
In other words, could you go over the Miranda warnings that you gave this defendant on that date? What did you advise him?
Okay.
And if you need to refer to the form, that's fine.
Read it verbatim, sir.
Sure.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask any questions, and I have a lawyer with you during questioning. Being out of for the lawyer, one will be appointed for you for any questions you wish. If you decide to answer your questions now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop answering at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to a lawyer.
Thank you, sir. And you indicated, I believe, that and by the way, Mr. Stangeland agreed to talk to you?
Yes, sir, he did.
I think you indicated that the statement was recorded. So I'd like to show you what we marked as S-171, as we can take a look at that document. And also a disk that we marked S-170. Sir, does that appear to be a transcript and a CD or DVD of the statement that Mr. Stangeland gave you on January 14th, 2010?
Yes, sir.
Judge, before we play this statement, I would ask for a little break. Obviously, you can see the screen's upside down. We're going to need a few minutes to work through a few technical issues.
Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a recess. It may be 20 minutes or